welcome to this 20-minute flow that you can do at lunchtime, especially if you sit at a desk often or hunch. I know that part of my job, most of my job is actually behind the computer, and it's really easy to get really bad posture. So we're gonna go for some fun things that we can do to reverse the bad posture. You are going to need a block or something similar. If you don't have a block, a really thick book works just as well. So with that being said, we're gonna get started in a seat. Come to a comfortable seat. Notice what leg you automatically wanna put on top and just make that little mental note. You're gonna sit on the block or sit on your book so that it makes your pelvis sit up a little higher. Think that you want to stack everything. So you want to stack your shoulders over your hips. You want to stack your ears over your shoulders. And as you root down in your hips, you give yourself this pressure to push down to then get space in the spine. And that space in between each disc is kind of where the magic comes into play. So as you root down, start to stack up the spine, I want you to think you're gonna actually give your shoulders permission to soften. Give your left shoulder permission to soften, and I bet you it can drop down a little farther. Good. Give your right shoulder permission to soften, and I bet it will drop down a little farther as well. And you're just gonna close your eyes. And as you're closing your eyes, just drop into your body, drop into your awareness. Start at the crown of your head and just start to scan down the body and notice any place that you might be holding any tension or any pinchiness. I want you to use your breath to lean into the softness and to feel the release. Use the breath to melt the resistance. Melting any tension in the back of the neck. Any tension in the spine, in the hips, in the legs, feet, and ankles. Good. From that point of release, you're gonna take 3 super cleansing breaths. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, open up your mouth, sigh it out. 2 more, big breath in. Exhale, open up your mouth, sigh it out. Last one, big breath in. Open up your mouth, sigh it out. Good. You're actually going to flip your leg. So put the weird leg on top, and you're gonna reach behind and grab your block. And it's gonna look like this. So you're gonna take your thumbs forward, your fingers around the block. Perfect. Now as you're here, you're still sitting up nice and tall so that your spine is nice and erect. You're gonna start to squeeze the elbows together in the back and then kind of notice what happens in the heart, notice what happens in the chest. You're gonna press equally down in the bottom and start to press into your hands as well. So you press into the butt and hands and start to allow the heart and throat to lift. Now you can lift your head and lean your neck back as much as comfortable or safe for you. We just have a few deep breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good, 2 more. Big breath in. Complete breath out. 1 more. Good. On your next inhale, you're gonna come all the way back up and just notice. You should already start to feel a little different. It might be a little easier to keep your heart open and make your way to tabletop position. You're gonna take the block with you. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Take your knees under your hips. Spread and press through the pointer and the thumb. We're gonna take a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, we'll open. Exhale, we'll round. Press the floor away, look inward. Good. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last time. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Good. You're going to find a nice neutral spine. Step the left foot through the hands, left knee above or behind ankle. You're going to tuck those right toes under and walk that right leg back. If you have to pad your knee because it's sensitive, do so. You're going to drop the hips and start to, again, give yourself permission to soften the shoulders away from the ear and lift the heart. Now I want you to think about every time you set and breathe into the front of that right hip. Think every breath in, I create space. Every breath out, I release the resistance. Good, 2 more. Breath in, create space. Exhale, breath out, melt the resistance. Last time, breath in, create space. Breath out, you're going to start to straighten the left leg, but instead of rounding, you're going to walk your hands back to be under your shoulder. Press down and slide the shoulder blades down. We want to keep that heart as open as we can. And just take a few breaths up and down that left hamstring, removing any stagnation that may be here. Good. You're going to bend that left knee. Take your hands to the inside of that left foot and tuck the right toes under. Perfect. As you're here, can you bend that right knee and just bring it to hover off the floor and press yourself up to that left thigh. So that right knee is pretty heavily bent and that left knee, you're kind of like scrubbing it away. Now as you scrub, I want you to think about Michael Jackson. You're lengthening the low back and you're zipping up the core, engaging that low belly and protecting that lumbar spine. And now, no puffing of the ribs or like that, that hip hop motion. Keep that nice neutral spine. You're gonna start to straighten that right leg as best as you can without popping the belly or the ribs. Good, you should start to really feel that pretty intense stretch in the front of the right hip, if you ask me. Interlace your fingers, you're gonna press the palms forward and then draw your arms up by your ears. And notice that stretch in the shoulders. Good, 2 breaths, breath in. Breath out. 2 more, big inhale. Big exhale. Last time. Awesome, you're gonna take that left hand to that left thigh, reach that right arm up and over, but instead of going for the sides, we're gonna get to the lats of the back. On the exhale, reach that right hand towards the front left corner, and then on the inhale, peel open. Good, 2 more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, peel open. 1 more time, exhale, reach. Inhale, peel open. On the breath in, you're gonna reach both arms up, and then on the exhale, take your hands back towards the inside of that left foot. You're gonna pivot, so your toes point towards the corners, and you're gonna come into a half yogi squat. Now, this is sensitive on your knees. You can come into an inline skater, but if you can drop down, drop, and you're gonna take the left hand down and start to breathe the right arm up. Rotate the right thumb forward and down, and then take it behind you for either a half or a whole bind. Start to lean back into space, and I want you to think about rotating your heart and your chest up towards the ceiling, starting to just bring some opening into the body. 3 breaths, breath in. Breath out. 2 more, breath in. Breath out. Last one. You're going to release the bind, start to press into your hands, press into your feet, and animal crawl to that half yogi squat on the second side, or half inline skater. If you're down, right hand comes down, left arm breathes up like you're creating an X. Rotate that left thumb forward and down, and then either take it for the half or the whole bind. Wherever you're at, keep rotating your heart open towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Big breath in. Breath out. Can you really start to fire up that left toe for me? Start to waken up the feet. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Good. You're going to release your hands to the floor. Turn. Frame the right foot and find yourself coming into a runner's lunge facing the back. Right knee above or behind ankle. Drop onto that left knee and lift the chest. Again, soften the shoulders, same as you did before. 2 breaths. And then from that space, keep the heart lifted, the shoulder blades down, straighten the right leg, and drag your hands back under your shoulders. So instead of folding, you're staying up and just making it about the hamstring, keeping the heart open. 2 more breaths. Good, you're gonna bend into that right knee, walk your hands forward and tuck those left toes under. Take your hands to the inside of that right foot, and you're gonna tuck the toes under, but just hover that left knee off the ground. Use your hands and your core to press yourself up onto that left thigh, and same as you did before. Lengthen the low back, zip up the core. Awesome. Keep the belly engaged, and then from that spot, start to sweep your arms up and straighten that left leg as best as you can. You're gonna feel a stretch of the front of that left hip. Hello, psoas muscle. Hands come in front, press your hands away. And then sweep your arms up, interlace your fingers, arms lifted, heart lifts, throat open. Good, breath in. Breath out. 2 more. You're gonna release your hands, right hand to the right thigh, reach that left arm up and over, but instead of just taking it to the side stretch, we get to the lats. Lift that left hand towards the front of the right corner, round, and then inhale, peel open. Good, twice more. Exhale. Inhale. One more time, exhale. Inhale, good. You're gonna inhale, sweep both arms up. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Perfect. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And pedal it out, downward facing dog. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. If it's in your practice, do so. If you need to, pull forward, high plank, roll through a vinyasa. Exhale, lower, maybe halfway, maybe all the way. Inhale, open, low cobra, high cobra, up dog, heart forward. Exhale, down dog. Good, right leg stretches up and back. This time, bend the knee, peel open the hip. If you're gonna look anywhere, look underneath that left armpit. Breath in. Breath out, hip yawn, 1 more. Perfect. You're gonna straighten that right leg out and then curl right knee to nose, step it through. Bend that left knee to hover and press yourself up to the right. Good. Engage the belly, lengthen the low back, and straighten the left leg. This time take hands behind, interlace fingers, press your knuckles away. And then start to fold. You're gonna take belly to thigh, and then if you can, tuck the chin and take your hands north. So up towards the ceiling. We have 3, 2. Good, on your inhale, press into that right foot, rise all the way up. And then I want you to take your hands, interlace them, and then think about like sunbathing. You're gonna take your hands behind your head, like drop up on the head so that you lengthen the low back and start to spread your elbows wide. Perfect. On your exhale, you're gonna take your hands to the inside of that right foot, turn from the toes, half yogi squat. So this time, maybe you wanna take the X or the half or whole bind. Maybe you wanna come up to the tiptoes of that right foot and start to go for balance. It can be fun. For 3. It might be nice to feel the stretch in your feet. 2. Good, hands to the earth, animal crawl, switch sides. Again, half full bind or toe stretch. For 3. 2. Hands are gonna plant, turn your toes to be at that runner's lunge to the front of your mat, bend the knee, press yourself up. Perfect, sweep your arms up. Start to engage the belly, straighten the right leg as best as you can, and then hands come behind. This time put the weird thumb on top. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. You're gonna take the belly towards thigh, tuck the chin, and then if you can, hands go north. For 3. For 2. Good. Press into that left foot. You're gonna press into sweep all the way up. Reach your arms up. Hands to the floor. Good. Press your hands into the earth. Step that left foot back to meet the right. Option to run through a vinyasa, option to skip. If you're gonna vinyasa, inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open, low cobra, high cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Awesome. You're gonna come up to your tiptoes and take your big toes together. On the exhale, you're gonna drop your heels towards the left. You can stack your feet or stagger, and you're gonna press your hips up into like a pike, and then think, get into your lat, really press through that right hand. Breath in. Breath out. 1 more. Good, on your inhale, bring up to the tiptoes, exhale, heels drop towards the right. Either stack or stagger. Keep piking your hips up and pressing through that left hand. 2 breaths, breath in. Breath out. 1 more. Good, on your inhale, come up through your tiptoes. Exhale, hands walk back towards your feet, ragdoll. If you have any issues with your spine and hanging isn't comfortable, Take a bent knee and take your elbows to your thighs. If you can hang and just really let it go. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And if you're super tense, you can even take your hands to the neck and the shoulders and give yourself a little massage. Good. You're going to take your hands to the floor and locate your block. You're going to take block underneath your face and walk your feet a little wider. Good. Right hand to the block, bend the right knee and sweep the left arm up. You're going to turn and look towards that left hand for 3, 2. Good. Switch sides. Left hand comes down, straighten the right, bend the left, and then sweep that right arm up for 3, 2. Awesome. Right hand comes down. You're going to inhale, halfway lengthen, and start to turn your toes out towards the corners. Now, if your knees are healthy, start to bend your knees, sink into your hips, and get low, yogi squat. Now, I don't want to see the rounding of the back. Use your elbows to press into your knees, start to lift your heart, lift your throat. And this is okay. If you need to sit down and just press your knees open and keep your heart lifted, that's all right. I just want you to have that nice neutral spine, that nice long back. Good. And then when you're ready, you're going to come to a seat. If you'd like to sit back on your block, you're more than welcome to, and put the odd leg on top, the leg that just isn't natural. You're going to take an eagle arm, open up your arms nice and wide, and then on the exhale, give yourself a hug, left arm on bottom. Option to stay, option to take the backs of hands together or palm to palm, and just start to move the elbows up and down, finding the release in the back of the shoulders. Keeping your chin nice and neutral. Good. On your inhale, open up your arms nice and wide again, and then on the exhale, switch sides. Right arm on bottom. Option to just give yourself a hug or take backs of hands together and just move up and down. Good. On your inhale, you're going to open up your arms nice and wide, lift your heart, and then on the exhale, hands to the earth. Breathe that left arm up. Roll that left shoulder blade up, back, and down, and then lean over towards the right. And then you're just going to move the elbow. Exhale, draw the elbow back. Inhale, reach. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Good. On your inhale, reach both arms up. Touch fingertips without trying to look. Tongue twister. And then switch sides. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. On the exhale, draw the elbow back. Inhale, reach. Good. 2 more. Last one. On your inhale, reach both arms up. Touch fingertips, and then draw your hands to heart center. Last thing, we're going to get into the neck. Take the chin to the chest. You're going to drag the chin up towards the right. Now, if this is okay and you're already feeling it, stay. If you have a little like wiggle room, take your left hand and start making long strokes down the neck. Now, you want to obviously avoid pressing on the jugular and avoid any like super like pinchy spots. But just feel that gentle release, and even if you want to kind of make a claw and like grip onto that left trap. Good. You're going to drop the hand down and then drop the chin back to center too. You're going to notice a pretty drastic difference between one side. And then drag your chin up towards the left. And then again, if you want to take your right hand and make long strokes down the neck, following the muscle, obviously avoiding the front of the throat, or even a claw and kind of getting onto that trap, you're more than welcome to. Good. Then drop that hand down, chin back down. Make sure it feels pretty balanced. If it's not, you can go back to another side. Bring your head up through center, and then take your hands to heart center and just close your eyes. I want you to just notice how different this short amount of time can make you feel in creating space in your body. And I also want you to feel the openness and the receptiveness that you can welcome in a short amount of time. So if you start to feel like you're getting tense, or if you start to feel like you need to create some space, I invite you to lean into the breath and think, inhale, I create space. Exhale, I melt the resistance. Good. We're going to close the class with a namaste. The light and love in me honors that in you. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. I will see you again next time.